I would agree. That's a pretty brash statement that some dude sitting in his basement in Birmingham, Alabama, thinks he's going to change the financial world. Well, I want you to go and look in some of the comments on some of my past videos, and you're going to see people saying, Kerry, I've made more money in the last 6 months in my stock portfolio than I ever have in my life. You'll even find someone who is going to tell you that they make more in their portfolio on a daily basis than they make on their day job over a year. And that's because I've figured out how to pick good stocks. I figured out how to find the next Nvidia, how to find the next Amazon, Google, Apple, Tesla. Because all I did was go back and say, what did Tesla look like? What did Amazon, Google, Nvidia look like before they look like what they look like today? What was the path they followed? What were the traits that they presented before they went up 400%? What before they went up 1,000%? And if I can mirror that image that I found, well, then I can create the next, or not create, but identify the next Nvidia. Because Nvidia went down a path. All I got to do is duplicate that path, because there will be another stock that will go up 400% a year. We've already found them. We found Iran, and we found Applied Digital back when they were just struggling to make a profit. They're still, in some cases, struggling, but they're up 600% in the last 6 months. And that is why I get calls and messages that I make more on my portfolio on a daily basis than I do in my day job. And I'm going to be able to retire early. And my wife is going to quit her teaching job and manage our portfolio so that we can retire early. How is this possible? Well, all it is we've moved this source of knowledge from Wall Street to my basement. I have, through AI, been able to access the same information and not with the restrictions that the behemoths on Wall Street have. I don't have to put it in front of a committee. We aren't restricted that we can't buy stocks under $5 a share. We can buy Navitas at $4 a share and watch it go up 300% as they fulfill their commitment to NVIDIA to create a chip that reflects more heat, and thus they can use those chips more efficiently and not have to shut them down and move the process over to another chip while this one cools down. We found that stock. What is this going to do then to the world we know as finance? It will change. You will wake up one day and say, I don't need Morgan Stanley anymore. I don't need a financial advisor who just wants to put me in mutual funds and ETFs and give me a substandard rate of return, because they don't have the knowledge to access the knowledge to make good investment decisions on my behalf. And if they did, they don't want to deal with me because I don't have $10 million in my account. And somebody has to pay for that damn 50-story glass building in downtown New York, and the Lear jets, and the big meals, and the conventions, and all the bullshit that you and I have been subsidizing Wall Street for. I mean, we woke up earlier this year that there's a lot of bureaucracy and fluff and waste in our government. Hell, the same thing's going on Wall Street. You see these people flying around and having a good time. That's on your money. Well, with artificial intelligence, we can take them out of the equation. This is going to happen in every form of our lives. I mean, I've lived in this house for 35 years. It is yet to burn down. It is yet to be flooded. It is yet to be blown away by a tornado, a hurricane, or a tsunami. But my insurance rates go up every damn year. Somebody's flying around in a jet and I'm paying for it. I don't want it anymore. And that's what's going to happen as artificial intelligence is made available to me, where I can go find the insurance company that gives me a rate that is based on my risk potential. It's going to happen in every element of our lives. And this dude sitting in his basement in Birmingham, Alabama, figured it out. This is the same dude who's dyslexic, who had to cheat his way through college just to graduate, but figures things out faster than anybody else on this planet. I'll guarantee you go tell me who else has created a system whereas people make more in their portfolio on a daily basis than they do on their day job in a year. You show me anybody else who can give you that kind of performance. There are dudes sitting all over the world who are waking up to AI. The reality is, in the field of finance, there's one. You tell me who else has figured this out. You show me any other website where people are coming and making 3%, 6% on their portfolio a day. Well, if you got $1 million and you were up 6% earlier this week in a day, you made 60 grand in a day. That's what we're experiencing. That's what I want you to. Where am I going to take this? I'm going to take it to everybody. I am limiting it to 1,000 people right now because I can only service 1,000 people. I have 1,000 people coming to my Discord and saying, Kerry, look at this stock, look at this stock. Well, they gave me one yesterday that's going to beat the best one I've had yet, because it's going to provide power to these data centers that the cities can't provide. It's going to give the equivalent of a generator sitting next to their data center from which they'll pull their power and be able to give me even better predictions on stocks in the future. Faster, more accurate, more communicative. This is the world we're stepping into. I want you to be aware of it. I don't want it all to go into a glass building 50 stories tall in downtown New York City. That's done, where we feed the wealthy off the poor. No, for $60 a month, you can become wealthy. Now, will they try to stop me? You damn betcha they will, because their Lear jets depend on it. If I get 1 million people over here, and if 1 million people are making money, does that hurt our economy? No. It helps our economy. Who does it hurt? People selling jet airplanes, people building glass buildings, the very, very wealthy. In fact, if you're the very wealthy and you're paying 1.9% on your $100 million a year to be managed by some behemoth financial institution, and you learn about this guy sitting in his basement in Birmingham, Alabama, this dude, are you going to move your money from Wall Street to Birmingham, Alabama? No, I don't want to manage your money. I want to teach you how to manage your money. Take them out of the equation. They don't deserve it. AI is making this possible to every element of your life. So you wonder, where is our economy going? How are we going to keep? You're going to be able to make more on a little portfolio than you do on your day job. Everybody will. Does that change the equation? Yes. Does it put the power in the hands of the people? Yes. Am I trying to change the world? Yes. And I'm inviting you to get on the bus.